When IGN reviewed Heavy Rain on the PlayStation 3 back in 2010, we gave it a score of 9, which translates to amazing. Here's what we said then.
Heavy Rain is an amazing ride. The characters are great, there are some awesome action sequences and some seriously tense situations, and a top-notch story ties it all together. If you have a PS3, Heavy Rain is simply not to be missed.
Six years later, Quantic Dream's interactive drama has landed on the PlayStation 4, sporting a very attractive visual upgrade. The PS4 port has ironed out the original screen tearing, while 1080p visuals now run at a consistent 30 frames per second, making it the best version of Heavy Rain available. However, Heavy Rain's control scheme has not aged well, and while its story remains an entertaining B-grade oddity, poor characterization and terrible voice acting are less forgivable in 2016.
John Shepard drowned in the rain while holding his brother's hand.
Of everything, its performances have dated most obviously. In the wake of games with subtle, nimble performances like The Last of Us and Firewatch, Heavy Rain's strained, not quite American voice acting clangs harshly on fresh ears.
Next, I'm gonna blow a hole in your face! Spill! All of it!
It isn't helped by stiff dialogue and half-sketched characters. While Private Detective Scott Shelby is charming in a cliched, heart of gold kind of way, Ethan and Madison, our heroes, are paper-thin and robotic. Considering their lack of chemistry or even the most rudimentary rapport, their quick-time-controlled sex scene is now unintentionally hilarious. Heavy Rain still gallops along at a great pace though. While its whodunit story is wildly nonsensical, its mix of thrilling action, hard-boiled detective schlock, and James Wan-esque horror is heady and fun. More, I was as invested in its outcome as I was the first time I played it, knowing that the choices I made in-game affected Heavy Rain's conclusion so brutally. Its rudimentary controls are less charming. Holding down R2 to move felt odd, especially considering the left thumbstick is mostly ignored, and constantly shifting camera angles often sent my character in a different direction to the one I intended. I found myself walking around in circles and bumping into furniture a lot. Not great during the moments in Heavy Rain when time was working against me. On the other hand, Heavy Rain's QuickTime events hold up. I'm still impressed by its action sequences, where button prompts grow increasingly frantic to evoke a real sense of tension, and the finger-twisting involved in some of its more grisly moments work wonderfully within their context. And it really does look gorgeous on the PlayStation 4. Textures, particularly on faces, have gained new depth, shadows are richer, reflections more visible, and the eponymous rain itself looks, well, heavier. It's a stunning presentation that should hold its head high amongst current generation games. Although its clunky controls and weak characterization dates Heavy Rain, it still remains enjoyable, if a little mad, B-grade schlock. A stunning visual upgrade on the PlayStation 4 makes this the version to grab if you're new to developer Quantic Dream's games, and existing fans should find enjoyment in a richer aesthetic this time around. For more on Heavy Rain, stick with IGN.
Jason! Jason! Jason!